Hey you, my name is the Hobster and welcome back to Danganronpa. So, in the last part, we had the class trial and apparently there's an entire just trick because the mastermind was trying to get her killed specifically, but instead it ended up turning into Makoto dying. And he was saved by Alter Ego. And then Kyoko made her way down here, and she's talking about how she's trying to find her father. And yeah. So yeah, I don't know much other than that. Or I don't remember much more than that. I know that it was one wacky trial, and yeah. So truthfully, I will say, I did just get out of watching a movie and I had popcorn. So my mouth is very slappy, so I do apologize if you hear that, but I do have water. It's locked, but we have to find a way to open this door. A chair. This is a desk, probably the one that fell down with me. About all this, there's so much garbage here, I can't believe this place is even still inhabitable. Can I talk to her? Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Then let's use it on the door. Hey Kyoko, can we use that key? Yes.
It's true.
Well, let's find out. Kyoko took the key and put with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then, oh, yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Where is this going? Leading. Finally. We are finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Oh, that was the end of the chapter. Ultimate pain. Ultimate suffering. Ultimate despair. I did not realize. Or no, was that not the end? Okay, I do believe I'm actually nearing the end. In fact, if anything, I bet you not this part, but maybe the part after might be the end of the game. We'll find out. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There is a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were down so far.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it in that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition. Right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, but I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, I was looking up info about the school online. I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I can take pride in the work I do. I take pride in the family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life, and I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, just to cut him out like that...
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back?
That's right.
Remember the hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my hand out and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Oh... It looks like we're back.
Phew.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Okay, so what do we do now? Oh, so now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then, let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, Wait, was there ever I don't think there's ever a rule that you couldn't escape death. You could still live. It's just you got punished. That was it. There's just punishment. Punishment doesn't necessarily mean die, right? Is there a technicality to this? And does Kyoko know that? Is that what we're going for?
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So, you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation in Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
right.
If we could talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okay, whatever you say. Are any of the other people around? I'm actually curious. Let's see. Map. Okay, I guess teleport here. It's nighttime.
Well now.
Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You're supposed to be punished. Kyoko Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko?
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be the chosen as the blackened, and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The result of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find
That's
some.
right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you that I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. Gah!
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Gah! If you want to earn our despair fair and
what
square,
we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Whoa! That's so cool! Not gonna lie, that was a pretty good line. Well, would that make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial? One last showdown? In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be possible, but it would certainly make for one honey of a
In
climax.
other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed? Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
Guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I could barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before. But it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro. It's a very polarizing approach. I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone! Get out of here! Oh, okay, I'm going. You really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair!
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away, and just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Yeah, but she knew that. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard. So what was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said that they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often. It's so hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Kodo.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, the same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast the killing game to the world, the mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this would have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect
In
form.
other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have shown what that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? You were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least. I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh, and I took a small sigh of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Right now, we have to go find
Shall
the
we go?
others. They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Why, certainly. I was gonna say sure, and then I almost said shortenly. Okay, well, odds are they're probably all in here. And suddenly, we were greeted with... You again? Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Jeez, what the heck?
however,
Oh. I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Yeah, it's me!
You Survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Well, it's not a... It's Byakuya, so I guess that's the nicest thing you could get out of him.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there, all my friends, who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Hina first. So, what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So, there weren't any new areas. Oh, wrong person. Then where can we go to find new clues? Byakuya, I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped as execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their life saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Toko? You stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling you.
Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. This smell is so smelly. Oh gosh. I was super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. Aywee. She seems happy for some reason.
Yo,
Makoto! What was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
you know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo! No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Alright, let's get down to the business. There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
It's related to what I have to tell you. That's related. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you
You
say?
spotted the You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the very last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there is more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without taking the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine with living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries. It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought, too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's very polarizing approach. I know. Okay, puns away. Anyway, there's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to have set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could have probably murdered Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in this killing game. Then the mastermind is one of us. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get in 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And one of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive, are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? What? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Well, wait, we can't say that. We can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us. Here's the thing, he never really says things to... Monokuma actually is very truthful in a lot of the things that he says. So this one I would fully believe.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
Right?
I'm going to say it, okay? I think, if I remember right, I don't remember if Sayaka was actually the first one to die. I can't remember. I don't remember if it was Sayaka or Junko. But there was a class trial held for Sayaka. Is it Junko? Because it would have been an easy just like, oh, she killed herself. So she's still in the game, but she hasn't shown herself. I'm sticking with that one. Or there's actually, or the twist is that there's legitimately another person. There is an actual another person. I don't know. Something is so suspicious about Junko that, yeah, I'm not so sure. Just something feels so off about that. It, you know, I don't know if that's just me. Junko feels, I feel like she is the one that feels the most off in this scenario, because we've seen everyone die with reason. And so it would have had to have been an early death, and Sayaka was murdered. That one had reason. But yeah, and Monokuma never killed. Yeah, Junko was that one's the most off. It doesn't make any sense to me. Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all that back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very wow, that is magnanimous. I know that word. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all of the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely on only myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves me, Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see me. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing out loud, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
'cause, I mean...
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hino was in a surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
I'll talk to her. So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searchers separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I just have to see it as splitting up to cover more ground. Alright, you stupid. This wasn't that hard to figure out, Makoto.
So then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko is gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the school mystery. And we can all escape together, yeah! Oh boy. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to an explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with the Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor with the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Alright, this is gonna be a real big dizzy. Alright. So I'm actually curious. Does that mean... Oh, really? That is open. Oh my gosh. Every area is open? Is every area open? I need to know. Is even the trash open? Is all of it open? Lies! Everything is not open. Called out on video. Captured in 4K. I guess I will start on this floor and head to this room. Right here. Whatever this stair leads. The gate's open. Combine check. Yep. Yeah. Shut up, Makoto. Just go. Oh. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or, no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Whoa. Okay. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I can go in there. Whoa. I opened the door just to crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom. It was just a big pile of rubble. Good. Bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even a bed anymore. It's really just garbage. Nice! Why do I still need that? Okay, that's all I can actually collect. Okay. Oh. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Yeah, I think I'd have a hard time with that too. Nada. Nothing. Oh. 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 Okay. It's a giraffe. Oh, this seems promising, but I'm gonna go in giraffe room first. You know, I wouldn't want to be put in this situation, but I'd like to be in a school. Could somebody recreate this school? Not the game, not the game, not the killing game, but just recreate the school. Can somebody do that, please? I'd love to see that. I'll even take it in Minecraft. You know, maybe I'll make it in Minecraft. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Looks like lockers are already broken. Oh my gosh! Metal plate mounted on the locker. There's no way to open it. Nope. There's a card reader installed on the door. Good for it. Yeah. And if you have your... Oh. Took my handbook and ran it across the card reader, and then no luck. Yeah, I was gonna say, probably means none of them can do it. Nope. I'm gonna guess that none of them. Yeah, I doubt. Metal plates. Okay, so there's not much to over here. Nope. Okay. Yep. That locker? Yeah, okay. I don't really think there's anything else to get in there. Alright. Let's go into whatever the frick this room is. Oh. Holy crap. Why is this so nice? Has more of an adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already. Already? But I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? There's a hidden door! Okay, I'll talk to Kyoko first. Thinking about something, probably shouldn't bother. Okay, so... Alrighty then. Let's... do this. A leather chair, can't imagine a student using something like that. Okay. The desk is a home to a computer. Must belong to the headmaster. Nice. Why do I need that? I really don't need that. Can I still spend time with people? There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem.
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much though, nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
I'm telling you, it's gotta be... It's gotta be... Don't mind me as I scratch my back. It's gotta be... Junko, because that... I know that body was most definitely hers. It definitely was hers. And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? Fenrir. That's the group. That's gotta be the group. Right? Seems... whatever. I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added. Alright, well, there's hidden door. Strange gap in the wall. Construction. Nope.
So,
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? Do you know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy. I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. It's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Alright. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying out Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know what your I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay? In that case, here goes nothing. I clicked myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I tapped her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing in, password denied. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Oh no! Oh no! Wait! Oh man, what if the mastermind... What if the mastermind captured her? Or captured her dad? And so that's why he disappeared. He didn't disappear on purpose, but maybe something was threatened. I'm just gonna say that maybe something was threatened against his family, and so he had to take the risk and disappear. Maybe he is an ultimate. He may not be an ultimate despair, but what if he is an ultimate and he was dragged here or something? Against his will. I'm gonna say it. That's what I think might have happened. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I want to see the picture first. I better check out the... Fine. Fine. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. I mean, we can't not open it. Oh, okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Is it a head? Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Oh. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Just as you thought, how could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human bones. Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you be sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all of this. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's very polarizing approach, I know, but I'm sure I told you this already. The killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to
In
assume
other words,
that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride in order to enter Hope's Peak and reveal myself to the school. I had to reveal myself to the school. Yeah. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. I don't think that's her dad. I mean, well, it could be, for all I know, but the headmaster's desk is probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
because
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Oh, okay then, if you don't mind. Well, let's take a look. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? It has a label on it. It says, in case of emergency. I found... Ooh, we could go back to the lockers.
in other words,
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably
it would
right.
seem-
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? No. Alright, the photo. Let's look at this wonderful little photo here. Oh, baby Kyoko, so adorable. It's all faded. Must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Oh.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free from the past, and yet... to find something like this? So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Well, it's not that hard to figure out, Makoto. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? I don't think he did it on purpose. In fact, truthfully, I feel like he was probably forced. I really think that it was probably forced. I don't think it was... Yeah. Kyoko. Photo of Kyoko and the headmaster has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you for a favor? Destroy that picture or something? A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. I know, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey,
could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry. I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the fact of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I will return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Oh, okay, I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Okay, is she really okay? Kyoko must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster? There's no doubt the wow, and it was on auto. I didn't even realize that. They killed the headmaster. They killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Okay. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... Yeah, we know. We've seen this. It's one of us. Possibly one of us. Alright, yeah. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. She's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only 6 people are still alive. There's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Well, I'm gonna leave and go back to this wonderful room right here. We're gonna start. Come on. Wonder if I can open this locker. Card reader installed. After all, it's pretty similar to card readers on the second floor. What does that mean? Yes, that's what we want. Well, give it a try right then and there. Don't make me click on it again. Oh. Don't see anything that might be a clue. Okay, let's go through every single one. Nothing. Oh. Whoa. There's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. See a name written on it, so I can't say for sure who this is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. Okay, Makoto. Well, you're in Hope's Peak Academy. You're in this complete hellhole. Violating somebody's privacy is a little... we don't even know who this belongs to, so... Just saying, buddy. Looks like it's a girl's handwriting, but all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Oh. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since she left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my head just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us. Hey! I didn't... Psh. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. There's a second despair. Okay. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure oh, these are all busted, so I'll try this one. Beep. Nothing in there. This one. Whoa! Whoa. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belonged to, the organization. What? This looks like hero stuff. This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Yeah, I actually kind of doubt that. There are kind of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Higakure. This is our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes and variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. He probably was a student, but they wiped his memory. I mean, Kyoko had her memory wiped. I'm just saying. And we're all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook? Oh, what's right there? A deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, those aren't used for telling fortunes. It's just a coincidence, right? Anything else? Anything else? No. I don't know. Hiro seemed... for him to be the mastermind, I feel like that's a little... But the more I see it, the more it makes less sense. Because these lockers... I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? The notebook seems like it belongs to Hiro. The pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. I have to believe in everyone. Alright, well, let's check this. Oh, whoops. This one. Beep. Don't say anything. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've checked them all. So, now we can move on. Okay. I moved the mouse pad. There we go. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Oh. Aha. Okay, data center. To the data center. Dun, dun. Bum, bum, bum.
Hey, Makoto.
Ah, Makoto. Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah. I can't help but wonder what that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, what if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, then that one should be open too, right?
But
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean,
Because it might explode, right? Then that'd really suck. So you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made a sound that sounded like it was okay with me getting blown up. No, I don't need to look at that door. Okay, I guess I'll open it. Oh wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over by a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Oh, this is probably where he sits. There is no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Alright. Wait, what is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. It's like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it, or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just do whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control. So she's worried about the... So she's worried about the door exploding, but she threw caution to the wind at all these magical, wonderful buttons. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one, the one that says data center. Data center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons with the name of each room next to it. But just like Hina said, there's one labeled data center. This must be the one she pushed, but the data center... That's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go back and check it out. Yes, please! I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. I guess Monokuma's in here. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Let me guess, he's just still. He's just... hey! Give me all your donuts! Is that you, Hina? What? Aw, man! Busted! How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ha! Guess what I found? A self-destruct button! Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh, man. You were seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with Monokuma drawing on it. Well, it's got the control panel inside. Well, let's go back in then. Alright. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma? Huh? What do you mean? What were you controlling just now? It was what you were just controlling right now. Just now. It was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma? What? For real? Yep, it looks like that control panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Oh, we get it! Get to the point! And this control room is totally separate from the data center with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey,
Yep, can't control at the same time. Running back and forth, okay. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside this school the whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... Yep. Killing game. 16 people. Yes. Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma control room has been added. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Well, we ain't done yet. What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry and get up. Why? There's still more to see in here. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door, it just locked on its own. What? that was the most nonchalant, expressive what I could have pulled out of thin air. My hand shot out and grabbed the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? course it's locked because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just upped and stopped moving. Then that room. As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So, right now, you're being operated by someone in that room?
yes indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there. Hina, if you would just let me keep searching. There was a door. There's a door right there. There's a hidden door. I wonder what's directly under this, actually. Because there was a hatch. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? I wanted to click on that. Ugh, that's dumb. Too bad that was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! He's gone. But
So,
was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then, when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found. Nice. You've got me all motivated again.
Got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint. Now I have to do what I have to. Moving forward. The headmaster's room. Oh, no, I should have saved this for last. Oh. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this might be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. Hey, Byakuya. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? I would like to see something intriguing, actually. For your information, just because we're working together doesn't mean I like you more, or doesn't mean I like you. Doesn't mean I like you any less. That's what I meant to say. What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78, student registry. It contains profiles for all of us and
So, in
Mukuro.
other words,
Apparently, class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room,
I see.
that's right. It also mentions class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with
In
hers,
other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page? The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So, in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as he skimmed through the report. Whoa! Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure of this, if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any sign of battle wounds or scars. The fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair? I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmasters seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? The girl who seems to be included as part of our class, number 78. It's true, we've never seen her before. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 30, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Yeah, I'm telling you! I'm telling you! Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What would you do with that what you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Yes, you are. Oh, and one last thing. A bit of advice from me to you. I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. a hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Yeah, I'm sorry, Byakuya. You act smart, but he's so dumb. He's not very smart. He really isn't. Oh, that's the sword! The display case. Wait, no, that's the sword! Oh! Paper scattered. There's documents scattered all over the floor. That's it. Okay. Alright, well, let's head up to the next floor. Bio room. Let's go to the bio room. Let's find out what raw really means. Don't take that out of context. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like in a abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it this cold? Alright, well, here's some tarps, I assume. Stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Ah, it's so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. These, I assume. Some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. On the other side... Whoa. Oh, those ones aren't lit. Some kind of weird machine. Horror movie. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies? Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. So can I open this? Right ones are off. Yeah, I got that. Let me guess. I need to figure out why it's so cold. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all of your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated system have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our systems, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. It is in the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Well, looking around, I think I get it. Seems clear to me now. This is some kind of makeshift morgue. All those things about the lights by each slot. They're occupied, which means inside each slot, another one of the victims is dead. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue in my investigation. I don't have any other option. Well, lucky for us, I'm done with just that, because I still have like 2 more rooms to go look at. Oh, Toko. So this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought you'd maybe found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time! Calm down, Toko.
Problem.
don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Okay. And the body's gone. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's probably... I don't think it was hers. It's not here. Where did Hiro go? Okay, still 4 chickens. 7:30. Better check in here. Nope. But if it's not here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in there. There's one other thing. That tarp. That tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on the corner. How did you not notice that? I knew that from the get-go, stupid Makoto. Gosh. Also, okay, but legitimately, how do you skip that particular, I don't know. Like, I would, like, look at that tarp so closely. How did they not? How did nobody? None of the 5 people that were investigating. How did none of them see that stamp? It says biolab? Then, this originally came from the biolab? Whoa. I guess we're going back to the biolab. Yep, that's all you're going to check here. Okay. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Oh, man.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
I'm gonna use that later. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Oh, we're automatically going there? Oh boy. Oh, hey, Hiro! Ah, Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but... I gotta go! Hiro, wait! There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? He was like he's trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Well, who knows? Let's go talk to Monokuma. Oh shoot, we got a cinematic. Oh, it's probably just him. Yeah.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? That one. This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better. But I picked up the envelope and opened it. Oh, is it gonna be a picture? It's a picture! It's of the people that are dead! Is it gonna be the people that are dead? It's gonna be the people that are dead? So, who is left over? I don't remember. It's the entire class. What? What are... Was everyone's minds wiped? Hold on, I need to make sure. Is everyone in this image? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nope. Hold on. Wait. No. Did I count that right? 16 is in between Sakura and Hiro. Wait a minute. Why do I feel like somebody's missing from this? Okay. I'll go through the trials then. So the first trial, Leon and Sayaka. Junko died. I still don't believe that. Also, her face is covered. I don't know if that's on purpose. The second trial, Mondo, Chihiro. Then we had Taka, Hifumi, Celeste, and then Sakura. Why does Mukuro's face look oddly familiar? Like, is it just me, or does Mukuro's face look familiar? I'm trying to... Oof. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but... There's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Behind... Oh, Sayaka. I thought that said Sakura for some reason. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room... Wait a minute. No, in this image, Makoto's not there. That's who was missing. That's why it felt so off. Makoto's not there. Why is Makoto not there? That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at that file, Mukuro Ikusaba. Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here posed like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And also, Makoto, you're not in this image. At least as far as I know, because there's somebody behind Sakura and Hiro right there. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when we arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural, that everyone else is in this picture. I thought everyone was like me. And didn't know each other till we got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean... Could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way of standing there, you know. So, I mean, get out! But, I told you, I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. Oh, he be glitching now. Damn it. Group photo. Ooh. So, in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Yeah. Okay, I caught on to a little bit of that. There was somebody in the back, in the very, very, very back. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? No, I actually doubt he puts together fake stuff. I'm pretty sure all of it's real. But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? I bet you anything, all of these people probably came to this school. Something incredibly bad happened, and everyone had their memory wiped. Maybe. That's what I'm gonna go with. Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to. Oh my gosh. Dude, you're so... Every time you do that, no, I have to do it. So cringe, man. So cringe. Alright, Hina. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, gotta go. What? She ran off so fast I didn't even have time to talk to her. Why? Why won't you talk to me? Okay. Kyoko, can you make sense of some stuff for me? Oh, he's in the archive. Yeah, okay, he would be in the archive. Alright, well, I guess I'll go talk to him really quick. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. Why is everyone being mean? What the? Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposefully trying to avoid me. Probably because nobody's gonna believe you right now, I bet. Let me guess. He's gonna freak out and be like, don't get away from me. Hiro? Hey, Hiro. Ah! Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hiro, what's going on? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It was like he was avoiding me. And he was afraid of me. Why? Well, okay. He'd freak out just because, well, I'm going to assume that he assumes that I am a ghost, or that Makoto is a ghost. Everyone else, I don't know. Who's in here? Is it Toko? Bet you anything it's Toko. I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Huh? Toko? What? Oh, what? Huh? Toko, are you okay? No, she's not dead, is she? It's cold, super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep? Ah, I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what?
Certain age.
Hot and bothered, straight up horny. Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know, last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very, very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Cause even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. Oh, no, it's more like half. What? Why did that get added to my truth bullets? But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuyo's around here somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so.
Oh, I'm on fire.
I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. Can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Yeah. Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. Ah, I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's got to be a reason for it. Maybe the dead body just hanging out right there. The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out. I had a feeling it was Kyoko. She faints so easily. Kyoko! It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen,
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
it would
it's
seem
a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
Seem
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway,
We should close it up. I don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto,
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
listen.
Well, maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Oh! Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
See,
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial all over again, I guess.
so
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation. I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time. I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
so then,
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? Okay, I look through this. Where does it want me to wait? The body? Story. I'll wait over there. Where does it want me to wait? That's 9 in all. 9 lights. Okay. I'm going to put the assumption out. So, probably Sayaka. Then... yeah, there's only 6 people left. So, yeah, that adds up to 15. So, each of those is probably storing the murdered students. Because we had Sayaka, then Chihiro, then Sakura, the 2... who are the other 3? The other 3 can't be the 3 murders, can they? Who are those? Who are those 3? Can't be Leon, Mondo, and her, right? And Celeste. Is it them? Where does it want me to wait? Alright, fine. I'll just talk. I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Oh, wait. Where does it want me to wait? Oh yeah, I've seen this tarp. Ah, it's the same one found in the garden tool shed. Yeah, it's the same tarp. It's got the biolab. Wow. Let's connect those dots real good. Wow, figure that one out real good. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were fatal injury, right? Then, what was that fatal injury? Was it... oh... it was probably just a completely fake body. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim stabbed, struck in the head. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen,
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old,
however,
but that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then,
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least,
Certainly, you can allow it as one of many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of the possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
hey,
So, if there's anything you'd like to know about, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all of that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusaba.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
so then,
Then, it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh, wait. Are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad we're leaving it out like this?
why?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
Phew.
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So, for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Oh, hold on! I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. Oh, yes! The pocketbook. If I don't do it now... Well, talk to her! Why'd I have to click on her again? Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What? So,
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the
Indeed.
dorms? I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency
I
handbook.
see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because,
Like I said, only the locker's owners should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine these lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there is something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
what? If that's true,
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto,
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything I could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that that's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll make sense. A DVD? Says class urgent...
So...
Huh? Urgent interviews. I found it in the hidden room after you left. I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so I just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD has been added.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. All because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with that fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, and I guess she let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still so much to do. I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whatever that truth serves, justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. That should I should head to the AV room to check it out. Yes, we know. Yes, Makoto, we get it. You can't lose hope. Man, I'm about to become the ultimate despair on Makoto. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. Took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it back in the player. It said it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard from the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man. Well, it's probably your dad.
I apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Oh, okay, so she's not gonna say, "You want me to accept that?" Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? Except, I'll finish it for you. I'll finish that sentence for you. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There's a lot I hadn't understood up till now, but this, only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I heard, because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? Everyone's had their memory wiped. Literally everyone has attended this school except for maybe Makoto. I'm going to say maybe Makoto was the only one. As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Oh! Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But I, in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes.
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with all the others. Byakuya, Toko, Hina, everyone. They all said they agreed to live in this school forever, and then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met with him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie! Looks like it broke! Out of service! What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now, then, when, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure, my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, and they'd all say yay. Yay? Yes. Yay. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. But as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, but when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what makes you forget about all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So, does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or...
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
Yep.
And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Alrighty. Well, truthfully, I'm pretty sure the end of the game is basically right here. So, with that being said, this is actually where I'm going to end this part. And I have no doubt that the next video that I do of this is probably the end of the game. I have nothing to go off of. I'm still convinced Junko... Actually, yeah. Okay, thinking back on the... I guess little final thoughts that I have just before I end this video and go into the class trial. I'm pretty certain that Junko is still alive. Pretty certain. I feel like it's a little weird that she is just... I don't know. Something feels off. Makoto not being in the photo, very weird. That I don't know. Clearly, people came to this school. This was probably an actual school beforehand, and some disaster happened. Some really big bad thing happened, and everyone forgot. They forgot their entire memory. They forgot everything. And I don't know why we were sent into this game. What's going on? That I don't know. I don't even know if Kyoko's dad is actually dead, if that's actually him. Because he would have had to have been dead for a long time to literally be just a skeleton. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. Yeah, I don't really know. I can't really put a lot of this together, but I guess we will just have to wait and find out in the next video, in the next part. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please press the like button down below. If you want to see more videos that I've done, check in the description or the annotations in the video. And I will catch you guys in my next video. See ya!